In response to Chris Rock's Netflix special, Jada Pinkett Smith had a source tell People magazine exclusively that she had no part in the Chris Rock and Will Smith drama. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't get to gaslight the rest of the world like you gaslight your husband. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. This is part 2 of Jada's response, and I wanted to make this one separate because I really want to focus on the headline here. If you missed our first part, go on over here. You can watch all of her quotes. She did react, but this one was more important for me to get to because I think a lot of us are forgetting what happened a year ago. It's time we go back and revisit, and it's time we school Miss Smith and not let her gaslight us. Now, before I get to all that, I do have to thank this week's sponsor. Our amazing friends over at sheathunderwear.com have been so generous to us and supportive of us. And guys, if you haven't yet used them, what are you waiting for? Go to sheathunderwear.com and learn about their dual pouch technology. I know it seems silly, but guys, these guys keep us going and it's so damn comfortable. I'm literally wearing sheaths right now. It's all I wear. And yes, fellas, it's got 2 separate pouches. Ladies, get a pair for your man. Or heck, ladies, go to sheathunderwear.com and check out the shop for women. They got amazing stuff, bralettes and boys shorts, etc. And Steph, everybody here at the channel loves them as well. These guys are so good at what they make, and it's so damn comfortable. You're going to breathe better. You're going to love it. You're going to feel comfortable. Go over to sheathunderwear.com and use code POPCORN for 20% off your order. Tell them we sent you and you'll get the discount. They'll know we sent you and you're going to get the most comfortable boxers and underwear you've ever worn. So thank you, Sheath Underwear, for sponsoring Popcorn Planet and letting us do the reporting that we do. Guys, please show them some love if you can. All right, now getting into this investigation, if you will. This headline really has me annoyed, perturbed. Why? Because, look, she didn't go up on stage and do what Will Smith did. She could have attempted to pull him back and stop him. I do believe that. Granted, Will did his own actions and Will needs to face that accountability. I'm not denying any of that. But to say you had no part in this, that's just absurd. That's just absurd. Now, I think there's a few clips we need to watch to really revisit this. But I want to start with probably the most obvious one, which is the Oscars themselves. Here's the moment again. I know we've seen it a lot. We're not going to watch the slap. No, let's watch the before and after.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Okay, first of all, tamest joke in the world. Everyone wants to keep saying, oh, I can't believe you made fun of her alopecia. That was, I love you. Can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2. G.I. Jane's a great movie. Demi Moore kicked butt in that movie. You might hear it negatively. I heard it positively. This was the tamest joke I've ever heard Chris Rock say. Will Smith is laughing at it, and she makes the reaction. She's annoyed. And then even Chris is like, what?
That was a nice one.
That was a nice one. He confirms it. Now, we don't ever see what happened here between Jada and Will. But something happens that prompts Will to finally step up from the laugh to come on up. Now, what he does on stage isn't really important. But what is more important is when, out of nowhere, Will starts screaming, keep my wife's name out your mother effing mouth. And I think Lupita Nyong'o summed it up pretty well. And the amount of just sort of shock that Chris Rock has.
Okay.
Now, think about it. Now we know exactly what he could have done, what he's saying right there, right? He could have leaned into that family and Jada particularly. Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Well, what about Augustelina and everybody else that's been inside your wife's mouth? You're hitting me? Like he got it all out later, but he held himself there because he was professional. He was classy. He wasn't what everyone's trying to call him, knocking somebody down the moment. He had the class and the maturity to actually take a moment there and breathe and process. And good for him because he's been bullied through his whole life. Everyone wants to forget that part of the story or gloss over it. Oh, that gives him excuse to knock down black women. He knocks down everybody, in my opinion. And when you look at this man was a pro. I don't know how he kept going, but he did. He kept the show moving on, and he was applauded for it, and he should be. He waited a whole year to respond. But to tell me you had no part in this drama, that's just absurd to me. It is absurd to me. That look, and first of all, he made fun of Javier Bardem, Penelope Cruz, so many people. But that look from here it is. I want you to see it again.
All right.
Can't wait to see it. Smiling, Will's laughing, Lupita's laughing, everybody's laughing. Jada's rolling her eyes. She's throwing shade at Chris, like, And then Chris reacting like, I didn't mean to offend you. I was being nice. And maybe he would have apologized to her after, whatever. But no, what ended up happening, you guys know what happened. Now, why do I say this is all connected? Aside from, I think Jada's reaction is what triggered all this to happen, because how else do you justify rolled eyes not? I want you to go back and relive some of the moments that Jada's put out in the world showcasing her husband. And I want to showcase this clip first and foremost because this is the most cringeworthy thing I've ever seen in my life. I feel so sorry for this man. This is in the man's home, and Jada's pimping him out to promote her episode of Red Table Talk.
So, Will, you know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh, my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch Esther at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
The gaslighting in this clip is just unnerving. This man, I feel fear. I see fear in his face. I feel he's just bummed, depressed. I don't know what was going on that day, but the lack of boundaries that Jada does, like just her lack of awareness to think not only was this okay to do, but to post publicly when he's asking her not to. And she doesn't respect him. She doesn't, put the phone down. Is this serious, Will? To put this into the world is toxic. This is toxic behavior. I'm sorry. And you have no part of this drama. Okay, got it. So this constant thing you kept doing to your husband and the thing that Chris Rock himself, and we've called it out. You can check out some of these videos here to really learn more about it. How about the thing that Chris Rock called out directly? Should we look at this for a second?
A lot of people.
Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot about this one.
I'll talk about my relationship with Pac and trying to figure that out, and that was a huge loss in my life.
Absolutely.
So while you're with Will Smith, how many times has she, to her own children?
Because he was one of those people that I expected to be here. And my upset is more anger. Mm-hmm.
Her love of Tupac is something she does
because
all
I feel
the time.
That
for how you're not Tupac. You're not Tupac, Will. You're not. And then this is what I was teeing up was there's so many Tupac clips that are just hard to watch. Here's the one that Chris Rock chose to call out.
But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
But,
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
How afraid is Will Smith confronting this woman when she's now having to actually do it because she got caught because she used this kid August, and August told the world, and now she's like, what? I didn't do what?
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely. I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken.
I was in a marriage with you, and I was really unhappy and
broken. In the
broken.
process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Not even you, Will. You can't help me ever.
And
you're just the worst.
Luckily enough,
August.
you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. Mm-hmm. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So
we can't divorce. We can't leave each other. We're stuck
what
together.
Happened, Jada?
Okay, so let's...
So she's tiptoeing around as much as possible.
I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was about 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. Started a friendship with August. Mm-hmm. And
her son's friend, mind you.
We actually became really, really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Her son's friend.
And it all started with him just needing some help. Mm-hmm. Me wanting to help his health,
so basically use that, my connections,
mental
and help
state.
him.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
He was really, really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there,
because he was a friend
you
of
know,
Jaden's.
you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided.
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to
I
the
was
curb.
done with you.
Yeah.
So again, you'll see Cat 10 Barges out there. I'll say, well, he was cheating. He was cheating. I haven't seen her or anybody say that yet. He was done with her.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over. You
Yeah,
know?
no, we were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
I launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted
again-
to feel good.
It's like, imagine saying this to the guy you're now married and just how much she keeps seeing. Guys, this is such a long interview. There's so much to it. It is so hard to watch it. But I think Chris Rock did a beautiful job summing it up with this clip
Everybody
right here.
in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. It's like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's. How did that make you feel?
Clearly not good. It clearly didn't make him feel good. You know why? Because he went up and slapped Chris Rock. All of this is connected. All of it's connected. And Chris Rock wasn't making these jokes until Will went up there, and Jada never attempted to be like, no. We don't resort to that. There was never a reaction. Like, I'm sorry. If my partner was getting up to do something, I would do everything in my power to stop it because that's my partner. I'm there to defend and support them in the highs and lows, right? To not try to defend myself in the moment when they're the one who went and did that to defend my honor. You're there as a team, better or worse. That's what it's key, right? For better or for worse. Your partner in life is someone you got to help have the back and really help them get back on the path and not let them go up on an Oscar stage and do things. Sure, it's Will Smith's responsibility. He's got to take accountability. But to say you have no involvement, you have no part in this, he was defending you. And you didn't get up. You just sat there and I bet you $1 million you enjoyed it. I would bet all the money in the world that Jada sat there and went, yep, that's right. That's what he does for me. And I'm sorry, to say you have no part in it just shows how much you're trying to gaslight the entire world because you did have a part in it. You absolutely had a part in it. And now Will is suffering even further. And I got to be honest, I do feel for Will in all this. I feel for Chris and I feel for Will. And when Chris did the whole special, I love Chris, Will Smith, etc. I feel for Will Smith. And when you watch that back, the bad marriage for life was their whole joke. Look, maybe they really aren't meant to be. Will, maybe this isn't meant to be. The kids are old. Get out. Find your own happiness. I don't see how this woman's supporting you. If this really is Jada leaking out this stuff so she can sound better during all this drama and making it about her, it's even worse than people think. This is just atrocious. Plus, you got out there Will saying, I've unsuccessfully tried to make amends. And Chris Rock's like, nope, never received an apology from Will directly. Jada, help smooth this fire. Don't focus on yours. Stop worrying about yours. Because this quote, this source that you had out there, and I do believe this source was close to the actress. You can learn why in part 1, which again, I'll put at the end of this video. Go watch that part to hear the whole thing. I believe you were part of this. And yeah, the fact that you're getting this out and you're not putting this fire out, that Chris Rock's saying you never heard from him, help your man figure this out. Because if you guys are together, if you're a team, that's what should be happening right now. Working together to solve this. Will's clearly putting in work. I do believe Will's feeling it. Will's trying to put the PR machine back in and rebuild and keep working for his family. And I think he has every right to. I really do. He's apologized enough, in my opinion. Some of you, it's not going to ever be enough. So you don't have to support him. That's how it works. But I think he's apologized enough. And Jada, man, quit making this about you, or own up and take some damn apologies and say, yeah, I shouldn't keep pressuring my man the way I've been doing on the red table talk and social media. It's not healthy to be putting so much private stuff in the public view on such a world superstar. It clearly was a lot of pressure for him. I'm sorry, Will, and I'm sorry, we're going to tone down the red table talk to keep some things private. Now that would show real growth. And that would show from respect that I think would make me come back to say, well, great, Jada's seeing something. She's learning something. But what do you guys think? I want to hear what you think. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I don't know why it's not playing as well, but there you go. Hit the bell for all alerts. Smash that like button as well and leave a comment down below. In fact, the pinned comment is going to show you sheathunderwear.com. Go support our sponsors. Go get a pair. We love them. They're here all the time supporting us. That's why we support them, because we only support products we really use ourselves. Sheathunderwear.com is the most comfortable underwear you'll get. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use code POPCORN at checkout, and you'll get 20% off your whole order. It'll be the pinned comment. In the meanwhile, check out all these videos as well. We will be live in a little bit to discuss this and so much more. So check us out live every day here on Popcorn Planet.